What's up, Planeswalkers? Another day, another deck, and today we are playing a Menace. We are playing a Yorion Bounce. Now this is an Explorer. Since we're using Yorion as our commander, basically we have to have 80 cards in our deck. So we shoved all of the best bounce spells in here. We've got Oath of Kaya also. We've got Doom Foretold. We even got Spirit Sister's Call. This deck is mean, okay? When I tell you, along with Treacherous Blessing, Hopeless Nightmare, this deck is wild, and we're actually going to be playing best of 3. So let's get into it. This is the first best of 3 match I've played on Arena in a while, and I thought no better way to do it, and we wanted some longer videos. I did a poll thanking everybody for giving their feedback. So I was like, why don't we talk about a staple deck that's kind of taking over a lot of different formats in the bounce. You've got Esper Bounce. This one's more of an Orzhov bounce. So let's go ahead and just throw down a Shattered Sanctum here and wait it out. It looks like the opponent is playing a food deck. They're most likely doing the combo food with Igra, Cauldron Familiar, and then Witch's Oven. So let's go ahead and just Vanishing Verse that to start. We do got a lot that will help us out. Harvester, okay. So we can definitely bounce our own stuff. We can get rid of a lot of creatures here. So I'm just going to really focus on their hand, because really the Blood Tithe Harvester doesn't harm us too much. And they could have something more valuable in their hand. So, there it is. There's the Cauldron Familiar. Alright, so we got to go ahead and get rid of that Familiar somehow, or just keep it in the graveyard, I should say. We are going to Momentum Breaker just to get rid of the Harvester just for now. Opponent's going to get a chance to draw a card. They'll have 4 cards, but really, they don't have the mana for Yigra yet. They've got another Cauldron Familiar. Well, that actually works out. Oh, Nurturing Pixie off the top, too. Okay, so we can actually go ahead and Pixie, bring back the Momentum Breaker, and then play that and make them sacrifice their cat. Now, this isn't 9 lives Familiar, so they're not going to be able to get it back that much, but I'm going to start off by doing Hopeless Nightmare, because I don't think that the Familiar is really that big of a deal. Oh, they're going to Deadly Dispute it anyways. Okay, so they got rid of their own cat. I want to get the cards out of their hand, and then at their end step, we can always go ahead and Sunpearl Kirin and bounce whatever we need to our hand. Opponent's checking out that Momentum Breaker. We're like, what does that do again? Oh, come on, opponent. We're in best of 3. You can't okay, they're not. Okay. I've been seeing a lot more comments and stuff on the TikTok and everything. Gosh, I'm old. The TikTok. But everybody talking about how, whenever they start to win, people just, rope them out, and y'all know how I feel about that. So we're going to bounce the Momentum Breaker back to our hand. There's the Igra. We can go ahead and get rid of it. That's a slippery slope if we let them have it. We're pretty in control now. I don't know. Okay, so they've got the Scavenger's Talent. I was going to say, do we want to just go for a Hopeless Nightmare now? Because we can put down another Kirin. They've got 2 Witch's Ovens. Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and get the Kirin down. And let's go ahead and actually, I guess we go for the Hopeless Nightmare just to deal 2 more damage. So 2 damage to face. They can't discard. Let's go ahead and pop this, give us some life. I wish it also took life away from them too. And then we can Hopeless Nightmare again. They're down to 1. And what does opponent have? A 3rd Witch's Oven. Well, just like that, we're into the sideboard. So our sideboard is pretty good. We do have 2 Rest in Peace, which is definitely coming in. I don't know if we really need anything else, or do we really need to take anything out? I mean, we're running Yorion, so like this might just be an add 2 and leave it. We could do a Waste Not. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. So yeah, everybody having a good day. It's a Saturday. Hopefully, if things go well for me today, I'll be competing in the store championship at my local store. And I might have a deck that I'm going to play another best of 3 with. Spoiler, I'm going to be running probably mono red aggro. I don't know if I'm going to go to the store early to try and get some mice to run it, or if I might just kind of stick with like a kind of a mixture with the cards I have. I'm thinking just some Slick Shots, some Monastery Swift Spears, Burnout Bastronauts, and then, you know, Burn. Just Bolt Wave, Burst Lightning, things like that. But definitely tomorrow I'll give y'all an update, and who knows, if I win first place, I'll show off the cool card that I get, hopefully. I hope our opponent's sticking around. Looks like they are. They took every bit of time that they had, though. So we're in for a little bit of a fight here, because opponent absolutely had to have brought in. Wow. Okay, so we get both Rest in Peace. Is this how it works? Is this just how playing Yorion works? I mean, I gotta keep the hand. But opponent's definitely going to be bringing in enchantment removal. That's the only downside to playing this style deck, is we run so many enchantment that the opponents absolutely got it. And the only cards that we're sideboarding in are 2 of the Rest in Peace. So they are already kind of spec'd for it. We got to really choose when we're playing our Rest in Peace carefully. I don't know why opponent would do that. We just get to scry 2. I'm going to put a Beza on the bottom. Yeah, why would they kill that? I'm just going to throw down the Rest in Peace now, see if opponent calls it a good day. I do feel bad. We're facing gold players in best of 3. But I guess that's kind of how it goes. Alright, another Blood Tithe Harvester. We can Endless, or we can Hopeless Nightmare. Make them discard, and then we can Fatal Push. And their hand, oh yeah, there goes the cat. So their hand's gone. So they've already shown they have Feed the Swarm. I'm okay with them doing Feed the Storm on our Rest in Peace, just simply because they're giving some life to do it also. Okay, Deadly Dispute, they filled their hand just like that. Haywire Might, okay, yeah, see, so there's the enchantment hate. They're gonna get rid of the Rest in Peace, and then they're gonna gain, or they already gained 2 life. Nice. If we can get another land off the top, I definitely think we just Treacherous Blessing. We are falling a bit behind in the land department, so we need to start doing something. Witch's Oven. I don't know, actually, I just missed that. I don't know why they didn't get rid of the Rest in Peace. They must have another way. My brain completely auto-filled that they were going to get rid of that Rest in Peace. And they just absolutely didn't. So let's go ahead and get the Treacherous Blessing. Alright, we got the Thoughtseize, we've got a land. Okay. Cauldron Familiar. Well, this isn't going to work the way that they want it to work. I think I can keep the land on top, so let's go ahead and Thoughtseize them. Do they have a way to kill our Rest in Peace? That's the only thing I could think of. Okay, so yeah, Paw Patch formation. So now we can just flash in the nowhere to run. We lose a life. And then we can kill their familiar before the Rest in Peace leaves. They're gonna sack and get a food, but it's still gone. It's still exiled. Then our Rest in Peace leaves. And then next turn, we can get rid of the Treacherous Blessing with the Nurturing Pixie just to target it. We could do Doom Foretold also. I think we just get rid of the Blessing. So target it. It's going to be like, are you sure you want to target it? Yes, we want to target it. We don't want it. And then maybe we just run out Beza here. Yeah, get a 4/5 on the ground. They do have a Fountainport, so they're going to be able to create some tokens. They could just sack them and draw. They could get more food. They've got the Blood Tithe Harvester. How do we want to do this? Because we can Vanishing Verse. Get rid of the fish. I know that's a little bit of a waste, but it'll force them to sack it to draw a card. And then we can go ahead and attack, or we could just Momentum Breaker and have them sack their Harvester. Opponent's thinking too. I think we've got this in the bag. We're in the driver's seat here. Beza is just gonna be a beat stick here. We could also just put Yorion in the hand, but I kind of want. Well, let's do the Momentum Breaker. I was kind of thinking I wanted to Doom Foretold there, because then opponent would be able to sack some different stuff. They're gonna sack there, but now they're gonna have to discard a card. Swing in for 5. We've still got the Rest in Peace. We can slam that down this next turn, but we're gonna do a Hopeless Nightmare. We might not even need it, because opponent would have played their Cauldron Familiar if they had it, right? Okay, Deadly Dispute. They're gonna get 2 cards off the top, so I definitely feel like they got a better shot of getting what they need. Okay, pitches the land. I'm gonna Doom Foretold here. Maybe that's not the right play, but with this now, at least they can go ahead and create a fish. They're gonna block, sack the fish. No, they're not. They just lose. Okay, oops, opponent. Well, on to the next one. We hopped into best of 1 because I didn't want to keep beating up on gold players. So we kind of handled the food deck pretty easily, but it looks like now we're facing a Yorion deck. Is this the mirror match? So yeah, we've got the leveled up Yorion. We've got the cool one. White-green. Okay. I think we do the Shadowy Backstreet here just to get a Surveil. Nowhere to run. I feel like we can throw that into the graveyard because, I mean, yes, they're going to be playing creatures, but it's going to be few and far between if they're playing anything like me. Okay, they are not playing anything like me, so they're doing Yorion Angels? Thoughtseize, yeah. Angels, let's get rid of Righteous Valkyrie. So the walking... Okay, they put Yorion in the hand. That's fine. We could Doom Foretold right now, but I think I'm going to hold up in case they don't put down. Okay, they do the Roaming Throne. I don't know why I wanted to call it Walking Ballista. They're gonna name Angel. I don't know. I kind of want to just get value out of this. So, do I just know where to run, hit it down, and then Sunpearl Kirin? I mean, it doesn't matter. This is all for nothing. I just wanted to use my mana. I didn't want to feel like I wasted my mana. Yeah, let's just go ahead and Doom Foretold here. This way, opponent sacks, and then next turn we can go ahead and sack our Kirin. Okay, so yeah, let's get rid of that. We can absolutely go ahead and play a land. I'm going to go White Source. I think I bring Yorion to hand. They had the right idea there. We'll pass the turn. They've got something. Ooh, they're going to get lost our Doom Foretold. Okay. Okay. That's a card that we probably should have, but it's not bounced. Alright, Exemplar of Light. We're good here because we can know where to run it. And then we can always Nurturing Pixie, put the nowhere to run back to hand, or draw another nowhere to run. Yeah, I think we just do that. And then we may want to, because we'll have enough mana, we may want to pump up the Pixie a little bit. Get some cards. Fountainport. What's next? Man, okay. Godless Shrine. Play that. Pass the turn. Maybe we should have paid 2 to have that enter untapped. Alright, so we've got the Inspiring Overseer. They draw a card. Got another land. I think we know where to run. Get rid of that. Momentum Breaker. That's good because they'll discard a card and then we start our engine. Okay, split up, gone. I mean, that's a little bit helpful. Let's Yorion, actually. So I think we can bring everything back, and then if we do this properly, we could put the Momentum Breaker back to hand. Right, so we gotta have the Momentum Breaker go first, and then the Pixie. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. But yeah, we'll bounce the Momentum Breaker. They discard Yorion. Day of Judgment. Nice. They said if I can't have a Yorion, you can't either. What do we hit him with? The Laughing? Yeah, Chandra Laughing is a good one. Let's create a fish. A fish. Doom Foretold. Yeah, let's throw that down. What you gonna do with that, opponent? Do they got another Get Lost? Swing in for 1. Let it through. What else could they be running in white-green angels? There's a hole in my plan. Oh, Collected Company, of course. Whoa, that was the biggest Collected Company ever. Sorry, opponent, that wasn't. I never didn't have it. Yeah, so we get our... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm being a jerk. I'm really sorry, opponent. Man, yeah, their deck, I mean, they're running angels. I've seen this deck work before. It's not like it's... Okay, yeah, look at the top 7. They're gonna get some creatures here. No, only the Book of the Exalted? What? Well, we've got the perfect card for it. Vanishing Verse. Is this Yorion deck just really this good? I feel like this might be the Batman contingency plan deck. I have everything. The only thing I don't have is counters. Someday someone will best me, but it won't be today. Good game, opponents. Well, they get one more turn unless I get another Oath of Kaya off the top here. Oh! Yeah, that about sums up how this deck's been playing today. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Holy cow. Well, let's get into the wrap up. So yeah, this is Yorion Bounce. I don't know if this deck works in real life like this, but 80 card decks might be the way to go. I never didn't have it. Like, this was great. I mean, I faced a mirror. I faced one of the better decks in the food deck, and it did awesome. So let me know what y'all think. If you're going to play it, or if you have any other deck ideas, please throw them in the comments below. Thank you again to everybody for the feedback and stopping by as we're on our road to 600 subscribers. But first and foremost, and last but not least, you are doing everything right today, and you matter. Good. Bye.